Robert Anton, your singer-songwriter, actor, author, poet, signing in. Now, I hope you can hear me because I have on this thing that I haven't worn in such a long time because I'm about to cook some food and I want to make sure that you can hear me as I'm moving around and for it to be like pretty consistent. So I'm going to be chilling for a while, I guess, because I'm cooking unless I get off and get onto another site real quick. But at the moment, I want to, one, put on a little mood music in the background. Then I want to check the stream to make sure you can hear and see me. And then I'm going to start getting stuff together to cook. I'm basically having leftovers, right? But yesterday I tried this pasta Alfredo, and it tasted really good, but the consistency wasn't what I wanted. And you know, sometimes when you haven't cooked something in a really long time, or you cook something new, you need to try it out a few different times. So I also made some chicken and rice. I had some salad. I had some broccoli. So I think what today I'm going to do is make this pasta Alfredo sauce again. Let me cut this way down. You should be able to hear it in the background, but I can hear it. It sounds really loud. Okay, so now let me go to my YouTube. What's going on? What's the guan? Hey, how you doing? I'm just here chilling out. I'm so frustrated right now. Let me tell you, social media is kicking my behind at the moment, and I enjoy creating so much. But sometimes you create and nobody watches, or nobody likes, or nobody interacts, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? And I know I'm not doing anything wrong because I'm just, you know, creating. I'm just taking these ideas and bring them into, you know, the space, this realm or whatever. But it's hard because you don't know like what people like and what they don't like, or why they're not resonating or whatever. And case in point, I just my YouTube shorts usually get between, you know, 600 to maybe 2,000 views. So I put up one today that has literally got like 17 views. Never, ever, ever do I remember a YouTube short getting like less than like 600 views, right? And the same thing is going over on TikTok. Like I'm getting 50, 40, you know, views for stuff. And I'm like, is this something I'm doing? Like, what's going on? Oh, it sucks. It really does. And I had this idea. I was out at the beach the other day, and I picked up a seashell, and I got this idea. So I went and shot the idea and everything. Like, you can go check it out. I think it's very creative. It's very experimental. And I could only use the footage that I got there in the moment. But I thought it was very interesting. I think it's very different. I think it, you know, but so far it hasn't really resonated. I'm going to post it again probably tomorrow, or maybe late tonight. I might post it on one of the new songs that are coming up for New Music Friday. You know, New Music Friday! So around midnight, you know, 10 after, I might post it again. Because sometimes, you know, social media, sometimes it's just not happening. Sometimes people aren't scrolling. Because, yeah, it has 17 freaking views. Okay, but now, anyway, let me go to, this laptop is so slow. My other laptop, my newer laptop died. I'm having technical difficulties over here, y'all. I really am. How you doing? What's going on? I got to put on my glasses to see this, what this says. And I'll do that in just a moment, so bear with me. I'm trying to get everything together over here, trying to make sure the phone doesn't fall over, trying to check and see if my stuff is going. And my old, I call it workaday laptop, is so slow. My new one died, and by new I mean like 3 years old. It died, so I need to get that fixed. I'm just having problems. And life is still good. Life is still good, but I'm having challenges at the moment with my tools. The tools of the trade, of the social media trade. So let's see. I was lost Thought I'd never find my way. Tools of the trade, of the social media trade. Okay, so it looks good. Sounds good. Thought I'd never. All right, so hey, Fizzy Pups, how's it going? Yeah, my old laptop is like a dinosaur. I've had it, I gotta say, like 20 years. Like the batteries died, I never got it renewed. I just keep it plugged in. And, you know, I mean, what else can I do? Thank you. Yes, I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet, you know, a creative person. And I'm all over the internet on all the sites. And I do okay most of the time. But the most important thing I think for me is that I get to create, you know, daily, on the daily. You know, when I have a gig or something like that, you know, it comes up a few times a month or whatever. My day job, I'm a wedding singer. So that's my gig. So, you know, I get to work on stuff. But like any time of the day when you're a creative person, you can get an idea. And what I like about social media is like you can immediately act on that idea. Like I was at the beach and I had an idea when I picked up a seashell, and immediately I thought, oh, let me shoot this right here, right now. And I did. Trying to make sure this doesn't fall over. And I shot it, and then I thought about, you know, how I was going to frame it and all that good stuff like that. So then I edited it and put it up, you know, and that's the great thing about being creative and being on social media. You can just do it and go about your business. Sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes people love it, sometimes people ignore it. And at the moment, they are ignoring my last YouTube short. But again, I'm going to post it again. I posted it on my TikTok. I'm posted on my Facebook. You know, I just post it everywhere because also sometimes you post something one place and it doesn't resonate. And then you post it somewhere else and you get, you know, 100,000 views. And you're like, hey, okay, that works. Hey. But you don't know why it didn't resonate on the other platforms. I have a feeling I'm being thwarted on TikTok anyway, because just about everything I do doesn't resonate. But then I post it somewhere else and I'll get a few thousand, again, up to 100,000 views. And I'm like, why does it not resonate with people on TikTok? But it's not just that, because when it does, you know, get onto the algorithm or something like that, then it does well, you know, not always amazing, but like I've had a few viral videos and I'm very thankful for them. And I've had a few, you know, mini virals, like 35, 45, 60,000 views. You said, wow, 20. What was 20 about? Do you ever act on the ideas? Do you ever make content or anything like that? Or if you're a writer or whatever? I do so much. So, sometimes that's my sometimes it's my strength, and sometimes it's my Achilles heel, because I do so much that I'm all over the place and I don't really concentrate on one thing. I mean, I really concentrated mostly on my singing and performing and songwriting until maybe 10 years ago. And then I started writing short stories. I started a creative writing class. You know, I started working on poetry, you know, and I did all this stuff when I was young, when I was in school. But like my focus and my passion was the music. So I was trained as a performer, as a singer, and started getting into that kind of thing and started working, thank God, doing, you know, gigs and stuff. I'm in and out of the frame. I'm still talking. I'm in and out of the frame because I'm going to be picking stuff up. I've got to cook. The first thing I have to do is shred this cheese and cut up my lettuce. So let me get cheese and lettuce. Cheese and lettuce. When you cook, like you have to, for me, I try to figure out, like, trying to get everything to kind of come to be done about the same time or in the same area. So I'm going to make the pasta. And I'm going to have lettuce. Yes, sir. And I love to cook. You know, I don't always feel like it, but it's another, for me, it's another creative endeavor. It's another creative outlet. Because I get these ideas for food too, and I'll be like, "Ooh, maybe I'll try." And I've been planning on doing this Alfredo sauce for a while, but then I was just like, I'm putting that in the wrong thing. Put that in the colander. Of course, I have all kinds of cooking utensils and whatnot over the years that I've needed. So I have my little colander for my salad. Yeah. I try to have a salad with at least twice a day, a green salad, but it doesn't always work out. But you know, like anything else, it's like you set the goal and you get to as close to it as possible because it's healthy. The other day, I was going to the beach and I was like, just having, I think I had like a boiled egg left over. So I had the boiled egg and I was like, I want something more, you know, good for you kind of stuff. So I had the boiled egg. I made some bacon and toast. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just chop up some salad and have some salad with it. And I felt really good about that. Felt really wonderful about it. Never have salad with breakfast. But then I also put in, if I'm cooking like eggs and I'm like, oh, and I'm making them like over hard or something like that, I always try to cut up like, whatever vegetables I have in the house. So I'll have mushrooms, onions, tomato, sometimes peppers. I generally buy these multicolored peppers, which usually have like red, orange, and yellow peppers in them. And I cut those up in my eggs, whatever I have. Not everything at once, mostly. But sometimes if I have everything, I might cut it up and make like an omelet with everything in it. Sometimes I'll put some salsa with it. Or I have some guacamole or some avocado. I love to eat. That's why I love to eat, baby. Let me tell you. And it'd be so good. Such a good start to the morning. And then other days I don't really feel like cooking anything. Sometimes I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I just will. And then other times I'll have a smoothie or a green drink. I try to eat relatively healthy. And what for me, I'm sure it's different for everyone, but for me, it just means eating more vegetables and fruits and less meat and sweet. And I love sweets, so getting me to eat less sweets is sometimes difficult. But even when I eat like sweets, a lot of times I try to have more healthier sweets. Just they're made from more sustainable ingredients, not so much sugar and white flour and all that stuff. And of course, I make a bunch of sweets here at home because that's the healthiest way to have them, because then I know everything that goes into them. I can choose my ingredients. I'm definitely not putting in any kind of food colorings or preservatives or anything like that. Okay, so I'm gonna colander that, but first let me. We over here cooking with Robert Anton. We're about to make a pasta parmigiana. And yesterday I used rotini noodles. I think today I'm going to use spaghetti. Uh-oh, I'm gonna knock everything over. Taking the Parmesan. We're taking the Parmesan. I'm not doing that much because I just want to make a small little portion. Because again, I'm really just trying it out. Sometimes I go to these parties and these potlucks and stuff like that, and I like to take certain dishes. A lot of times they ask for my famous guacamole. I make my guacamole at home from scratch. Or I'll make some mac and cheese, or I'll make some candy yams. I really make meat because everybody's making meat when they do a potluck. That's the thing to take. Everybody takes the meat. So I generally take vegetable or starch. I'll be thinking about salad, but most people don't even eat the salad, so I don't want to waste, unless I got a really good idea for a salad. If it's like, really, then I'll be like, baby, let me make sure my thing is on. Because if it's not, I will be sitting here talking and nobody will be able to hear a thing that I got to say. Okay, so I've got that done. So what's going to take the longest? The chicken is going to take a while. So let me do a little chicken and rice. And I baked some chicken last night. So made some chicken and rice. So I'm gonna have a little of that, little few pieces of chicken, and a little rice. To the dance floor. I don't want to have too much rice because I'm going to have that pasta. And I pretty much time everything just so that I know how long it's been in there. Because I'll get to talk, I'll get on the net, I'll have a call, I'll forget and burn everything. Or with meat, maybe not cook it long enough. Alrighty, so what else do we need? Again, we're making the chicken. We got pasta, we got salad. We're gonna make the pasta. Put it on. That's only 7 minutes supposedly for that to be done. Do I have everything I need? I like to have everything I need right there so that I can poop, pop it out. Colander my salad greens. Get some of the water and whatever grit and stuff out of it. And I'm going to have some for today, and then I'll have some left over for tomorrow. I like to have leftovers because let me tell you, sometimes when I don't know what I want to cook or I don't feel like cooking, baby, them leftovers come in handy. And I do go out to eat way too much. But like this last month, I really felt, why is it, hold on, this is strange though. The last month I really felt like cooking. In the heat, mind you. And I'm like, why is that? Like, So often when it's cold outside stuff, I don't feel like cooking. But in the heat, I feel like jumping up and cooking. Like what the heck? Had a whole house, and I don't have AC. So have the whole house burning up. With the oven on. 2-3 eyes on top of the stove going. And it's 90 degrees outside. I would make me some oil and vinegar, but I have two salad dressings that I really like. So I'm gonna use my little salad dressing. I have this one, a French, and I have a balsamic. But I'm gonna have just one. I don't do both of them at the same time. Now I ain't like that. Just gonna do one of them. Be munching on this while I'm cooking. So good. And really, most of the time when I have salad, that's all I have. I just have the greens. And I'll be putting a bunch of different stuff in it, unless it's going to be a dinner salad. And that's what I'm gonna be having for dinner. Then I might put in some, chicken and raisins and walnuts and whatever else. Depends on what I have in the house. But just to have a salad, I sometimes eat salad greens right out of the friggin' bowl. So once I've done everything, colandered and blah 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 blah, I eat them right out of the bowl. Sometimes because I'll be feeling munchy or whatever. It's one of the healthiest snacks you can have. Okay, so am I gonna start this? 10 minutes. Yeah, okay. So first, need some butter and some half and half. They say heavy cream, but I ain't using heavy cream. Too heavy, too much fat for me. Okay. I need some salt. I need some cayenne. I need some paprika. And what else do I want up in here? I have to think about the taste that I want. A little bit of pepper. I have so a little bit of pepper left, but I have a little bit of pepper. I'm more inclined to have cayenne pepper than black pepper. But some things do call for some black pepper. So I'll have a little bit, put a little bit up in there. I'm not crazy about using salt and pepper at all. Spaghetti. Hey, what's going on? Ain't nobody in there right now. Don't want to burn my butter. Prepare my spaghetti. Never end. And I know the Italians don't like it, but I break the spaghetti. So sometimes it depends. But I make things the way I want to make them. I ain't worried about, oh, you can't break the spaghetti. Oh my God, that's a no. What? It was made to be cooked the way I want to cook it. We cooking with Robert Anton. We're gonna have a little eats. We're gonna have a little eats. How you doing? Make sure to thumb it up. So we're gonna have some chicken, maybe a tiny bit of rice. We're gonna have some pasta Alfredo with some green salad. And I'll probably make me some hello, my friend. Tell me how have you been? A little did it I'm trying to see what's going on. Oh, I've been here 25 minutes already. Lord Jesus. Looks like I might make an hour today because I'm gonna cook this food, then I'm gonna eat and chit chat, and hopefully some folks come up in here because we like to have a little company. Oh, the joy! Let me hear you say joy. Oh, joy. We ain't got that note right now, baby. Obviously. I really don't remember no measurements on this Alfredo sauce, so I'm just doing what I want to do with it. I'm just doing what I feel like doing. Like I said, I did it yesterday. It came out really good. It was very tasty, very flavorful. And if there's one thing that's going to happen in the Robert Anton kitchen, it is going to be flavorful. The food is going to have flavor to it. Because we like flavor. Oh, let me say the joy. Let me hear you say joy. 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 What's going on? What's going on? We in this hot house with all the ovens on. But I actually feel good. I feel really good. So we're going to put a little paprika, little cayenne pepper. I did that backwards, right? I said it different than I was putting it in. We try to keep things pretty clean as we go. Doesn't always work. Sometimes I'll be up in here, especially when I'm cooking like what do you call it? Like a Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving, a big dinner. Maybe I have so many dishes. I might do dishes maybe once while I'm cooking, but then I still end up with 50 dishes, like, because it just be so much. And I got such a little bitty kitchen. One oven with 4 eyes. So I really have to space out things and decide what I'm going to cook when, how long this is going to take, what I got to do to prepare this, blah, 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 this and the other. But again, for me, it's a creative endeavor. And I do love to eat. And there's nothing better when you taste your food and it is delicious. You're like, oh my God. And fresh. Okay. So I think I want to put a little bit of that in here. Never ends. And I think you are ready. Whoa. I'm going to take the pasta. And we're not going to cool it off. Get some of the water out of it and drop it right into there. Add some Parmesan. Let that sit and marinate. It smells so good. Oh, it smells good. And I don't need this. So that's the perfect consistency. Something I learned is you have to save some of the water from some of the starchy water just in case you need to thin out the sauce. But this sauce looks very good. It could actually be thicker, but we're not going to worry about that. We're worried about the taste. So I've got that. I've got my salad. Should I make some? I'm not going to do any broccoli. I did some broccoli yesterday, but I got my salad greens. Ooh, it's hot up in here. It's getting hot in here. Okay. And I use a lot of utensils while I cook. That's why I be having so many dishes. I don't spare utensils. Everything that I need, I use it. I'm not worried about it. I don't really mind washing dishes. It's just a lot of time to be in the mood. So sometimes I'll put them anywhere, on the stove, in the refrigerator, until I feel like washing. And then I'll wash them. But I actually don't like it. I mean, I actually like and don't mind doing dishes. Okay, look at that. Oh! Maybe need some parsley. I don't know why I'm having the rice and the pasta, but I guess that's what I feel like at the moment, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to run with it. Ooh, that's hot. A little parsley. Oh, good. Maybe some cilantro or basil. Oh, you know what I should use? I got this fennel. No, these are thyme, rosemary, and thyme. I got a lot of it, so I need to use it. Be generous with it. Okay, everything is off except for that. Am I going to need these? I'm not going to need those, but I might need you. Woo! Y'all ready to eat? Hey, let's go. Do I need anything else? I might need that. I'm going to take some hot sauce with me, even if I don't know if I'm going to need it. But I might, because I like the heat. I did put some cayenne into the Alfredo sauce, so that will generate a little bit of heat. It's not a whole lot of color, but I got my greens in the other room, so. You should have like your meal should have a lot of color, a lot of pop. Everything looks good. Okay. Hey. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Make sure I'm still on. I'm still on. Okay. Find my way. Maybe need some pasta. Okay, got to make sure everything is still working correctly. Y'all, how wonderful it is to be able to cook for yourself. Yes, sir. I keep saying I want to gain weight, but I don't like to eat too much. And I don't want to gain it in my belly. I think I should lower this so you could be closer to the food. Because usually with a mukbang, you want to show the food, right? Salad greens are perfect, just with nothing else. Nothing else. I think that's a green leaf lettuce. Chicken is delicious. I didn't have any rice yesterday. It's rice. It's fluffy. Now let's try the pasta. It's pasta Alfredo. I said the sauce could be a little thicker. Parmesan is slamming. And the flavors are just well balanced. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just the perfect mix of flavors. Oh my God. Even the thyme sits in there really well. Oh my God. I want to thank you. I keep watching this thing to make sure it's on, right? Because when it goes out, I actually have a backup. Make sure it's right there. I actually have a backup, and then I have to recharge this. The only problem is if the conductor goes out. Why do I feel like such a pig having like rice and pasta? But it's good. Everything is so good. So much flavor. I always think I want more heat though, you know, to want to be spicier. But you can add that. I like it spicy. Good for everything. Your metabolism, clear out your sinuses in your throat. This is a green salad. Nothing special. I just chopped up the salad, threw it in a bowl, Put a little bit of salad dressing on it. Boom, boom. Delicious, clean, healthy. There's nothing like being able to cook for yourself. Especially when you over here having 5-star meals. And it took me 30 minutes. Didn't take me long at all. I want to thank you. I'm right here. Where you at, Diva? Whoa. Ooh. Yes, I'm still here. My Lieblingsherr, you are my love. You are the one my heart dreams of. And late at night when I can't hold you tight, I dream of you lying by my side. My Lieblingsherr, you are my love. I don't know how I remember that so well. I have not sung it in years. It's a little house music tune I wrote at a bar in Germany. I was there doing a sit-down production, which means we didn't go anywhere. We were in one theater for 5 months. They put us up in the artist housing. I had my own little studio apartment within walking distance of the theater. And I had a ball. It was my first time in Europe. And while I was there, the friend who helped me get the job, who recommended me for the job, was like, because I was nervous about taking it. And he was like, child, if you don't take this job, you making blah, blah, blah. It's a sit down. You ain't got to go nowhere. You got 2 days off a week. You better take that darn job. Well, I was nervous because I was going by myself. You know, I go ahead a cast with me, but I didn't get to meet any of them until we got to the theater. So he was also like, and while you there, you better go to Rome. You better go to Paris. You better go to Amsterdam. So where did I go? Because he had done Europe several times, touring with different shows. So I went to a few cities in Germany: Bonn, Hanover, Berlin, Cologne, or Bonn. I did not go to Frankfurt. That's where I should have gone. Well, maybe not. You know, you do what you're supposed to do, or what you should have done is what you actually did. So I went back the year after that, and I went to Munich because we were doing a show. Well, we were 3 weeks in Munich doing a show. Then we went to Cologne and Hamburg. But while I was there the first time, I did indeed. I went to Paris for a week. I stayed with a friend of a friend from Germany in his 2-bedroom apartment. Lovely flat by the Place de Nation. I went to Rome. And I went to Amsterdam. because my friend told me to. I didn't know where else to go besides German cities. And I did think about Frankfurt, but most people said it was like, you know. Oh, I also went to Vienna. So I got around a little bit. And then when I went back the next year for a tour, we did several German cities. Then we did Switzerland, did Zurich. Then we went to Brazil, of all places. So I've been very blessed to be able to travel, to get paid to travel at that. Nothing better than that. Had my weekly salary, plus my per diem. And I mostly lived off my per diem. And the first time I was in Germany, the exchange rate was 2 to 1. So $1 US was $2 German dollars, or German marks. Baby, I shocked. I mean, I think I went with maybe 2 suitcases. I came back with suitcases and boxes. And when I came through customs, you have anything to claim? I was like, oh no, I just bought some t-shirts. I just bought some t-shirts to bring home to family and stuff like that, like 4 or 5 t-shirts, whatever I told them. And some souvenirs, nothing expensive. Baby, I had bought like some expensive boots. I had bought electronics. I had bought, of course, clothing. And I think to this day, they're still, those boots are still the most expensive thing I ever bought. Because they were like, I think they were like 400 US, like 850 Deutschmarks. And I'll never buy no shoes that expensive. I've looked at a few and wanted a few, but I had to take those home. They were beautiful. And do I still have them? I probably still have them somewhere around here. But they are long. I mean, they're 30 years old. They're older than some people probably coming in and out of these chat. And I did get them resold once. Resold, got the sole redone. It was like $50. I love them shoes. I still don't believe I spent $400 on a pair of boots. But I was making a lot of money. Those 2 years specifically, I think I made the most money I ever made between my international tour and that sit-down production, plus, the other jobs I had that year. I had a bank, baby. And then the international tour, when we were in Germany, they were taking out 25% tax. And the next year, like maybe in June, I got an $1,800 check, tax return. Because, we weren't living there, so we got it all back. And I was like, oh, jackpot. But me being me, I put that stuff in the bank. I think I lived off that. I had a little part-time job as a singing waiter, and I kept that job for a long time. While I was auditioning, I would do a show. I would come back and go right back to work, call them and be like, okay, I'm available next week. Sometimes they'd be like, oh, can you fill in for so-and-so? Yeah. Be like, come in tomorrow. We need somebody tomorrow. Okay. Go right back to making money. I remember at that job, it's called Ellen's Stardust Diner. So they have singing waiters to this day. Mmm. This food is so good. I'm telling y'all, I cooked the heck out of this. But I remember there was a girl there. She actually got the understudy to Julie, the main character in Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Broadway production. But she did it in London. And after that contract was up, she came home. I think she had a 6-month contract. When she came home, she was just like me. She went right back to waiting tables. I was like, girl, what you doing here? Ain't you a Broadway star now? She's like, tell I gotta make some money until I get another job. And it's just about having a little bit of something coming in. Because it seems like when you're not making any money, you spend so much faster. Because everything seems to come, all your bills and you need this, and this happens, you need that. And little emergencies, and you're like, good Lord, it goes so fast. Well, when you have something coming in, it's all kind of like in perspective. So it's like, oh, I got such and such coming, especially when you're making tips. And let me tell you, I'm not crazy about tipping culture and all that good stuff in the US, but the tips of that job were crazy. Because generally you would get tipped on your check with your drinks and food. Then people would coming there literally to have you sing. So they would request like a song for their wife or husband or, whoever, either at the table or, in the big forum where you had your microphone and music behind you. But there was so many times people were like, give you a 20, be like, can you surprise my wife for her birthday? Sing a song right at the table, boom, boom. And a lot of times people, of course, start singing along with you. Somebody else see you doing it and they're like, oh my God, it's so-and-so's birthday too. Let's see if we can get him to sing for us. Then you'd have those tips, the 20 here, 10 there, 20 there. And then especially when it's really busy, somebody, either the hostess or one of the waiters who wasn't that busy, would take around a tip jar to the tables so people could tip, the overall staff. And so you would split that up at the end of the day, at the end of the shift. So you have 3 tip streams coming through. And when I say now and then, it averages out to like $50, $60 an hour. It was real cute. I didn't want to leave that place, but I got an offer I couldn't refuse. We almost finished with this mukbang. Look, but I'm gonna get some more of that pasta because I'm gonna finish it off. This pasta Alfredo came out so good. So good. I knew it would be. And the funny thing is, like, now, I thought the sauce could be a little thicker. And that's for next time. I'm not going to make it for a week or two, but, well, maybe I'll make it next week. But, like, now that it's, like, been sitting for a minute, it's, like, a perfect consistency. This is probably the consistency after, it's been sitting under the heat lamp for 5 or 6 minutes before they bring it to your table. Oh! I'm just crazy. Oh! But I ain't acting. So we had chicken and rice, spaghetti Alfredo. I need to get some linguine. That's what I need to do. And a green salad. And that's dinner. I'm already thinking what's for dessert. But that'll be in a few hours if I have dessert. A simple green salad is so delicious. So easy. And so healthy. Just cut up your greens, throw a little oil and vinegar on it or whatever, salad dressing you have. Boom, boom, boom. If you want to, put some spice in it, some parsley or something. But you ain't got to put in tomatoes and onions and peppers and meat and, all this stuff. Now that I do, that's a dinner salad to me. That's like you're only having a salad. So you want to put all the other stuff in there, to bolster the nutrient content and have a range of different things, But on the side with your food, just cut up them greens and eat them. And I think sometimes it's about people's palate. You kind of train your palate. But when you taste how simple and how good it is and realize how healthy it is for you, then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. A simple green salad. It ain't got to be all the bells and whistles and crazy stuff. And it's so good for you. It's recommended that you have a side salad twice a day. So with your lunch and dinner. But you can have it with breakfast if you want to. I've done it a few times. Once, twice, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. And then this, oh my God. The pasta is what gets me so full. Look at that. Oh my God. It's pasta Alfredo. Look at that cheese. And I don't always tell my ingredients. But I put some thyme, a little salt, a little black pepper, a little cracked black pepper, cayenne pepper. What else did I put in it? Oh, paprika. The paprika. And the balance of flavors is so delicious. And not crazy in your face. You know what I'm saying? Very muted, very on the low, on the DL. I might even use a little more cayenne next time. Because like I said, I like to be jumping out. I like the heat and the hot be jumping out. But that's just me. I'm so happy with the way. This is only the second time I've made pasta Alfredo. And I'm so happy with the way it came out. And it was easy. I'm gonna be so full. I'm gonna make me some tea while I do the dishes. And don't worry, I'm gonna take you with me to do the dishes. I need you to keep me company. I don't want to forget my glasses. Uh-oh, it looks like am I dead? Okay, that one died. I'm watching though, so hopefully I ain't spend too much time with no sound. I knew it was gonna die on me, because that's what it do. Mm. I need to find a thing to plug that one in. So it can be charging while I'm doing everything else. I try to keep things charged so that I can use it on the drop of a dime. You know, if I get an idea or something like that, I don't have to wait to charge or wait until it's charged. So I try to keep it charged. There's nothing worse than having like what you feel like is a great idea. You're ready to shoot it. You're excited. You know, you got that energy going. And then you're like, oh man, I can't even shoot it, because I got to charge my battery. Mm. All righty. I'm almost to the end here. This has been so delicious. Again, we had some baked chicken with a little rice, a green salad, and some spaghetti Alfredo. All from scratch. And so delicious. Make me want to, let me tell you, if I wasn't on screen, I might be licking the plate. Oh, the flavor is melting in my mouth. Yeah, I'm not lying. I can cook. I used to cook for my ex all the time. It got so serious that he started giving me $100 for groceries every week, and I would cook 2-3 times a week. And I would plan these. Okay, so at this time, I've been through several little changes in my diet and stuff like that. But at this time, I was on the raw food diet, but I wasn't 100%. I think when we started dating, I might have been like 30%. And then, you know, by the time I started cooking for us, I might have been about 70%, which means that I was raw most of the day. And then, depending, I would have whatever I was going to have for dinner. And most of the times, it was, you know, just vegetable and starch. Sometimes I would have some meat. And he would always be like, oh, I can't get full without no meat, blah, blah, and the other. And I said, oh, really? So I would plan out a menu, and we would start with a cold soup or a hot soup, but generally I like to do a cold soup. And then we would have the entree. It might be something as simple as, let's say, a baked potato with vegetables. We might have a salad. In fact, we usually did have a salad, because I was deep into it at the time. So we probably have a salad. And then we would have dessert. And let me tell you, by the time he was done, he'd be like, oh, I can't eat anymore. I can't anymore. I'd be like, oh, you stopped. I just said you couldn't get full with not eating no meat. I couldn't eat it. And I did cook meat sometime, you know, just for him and, you know, for me too. But he loved this veal that I used to cook. And it wasn't that special. You know, I would just season it up and throw it in the oven, broil it. Oh, he would always ask for that veal. When are we going to have the veal again? When are we going to have it again? I make some chicken. I make some smothered pork chops. But again, I was trying my best to stay away from that stuff. But I think I think personally, when it comes to your food, you want to enjoy what you have, but you also want to, if you go like on a hardcore diet and you're not liking your food and you don't feel energy, you might be losing weight and stuff like that. But then you're like, but I'm not enjoying it. And life is partially just about enjoying, not all about enjoying life, but it's about enjoying yourself, enjoying your food, enjoying your work, enjoying your play. 100% you enjoying all the time. But in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it should be at least 80%. You know, 80% of the time, you should be enjoying what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're watching. But that's just my opinion. Oh, I was gonna make some tea while I'm. I generally make a little tea, and I'll have a cup or two, and then I'll put it in the fridge so that I'll have iced tea the next day. Nothing's wasted. um, let's do a regular tea bag. I need to get me some more teas. I don't think I have enough. I have like an assortment. And one thing, I just finished off some Rooibos tea that I have, Rooibos tea that I had. So I need to get me some different tea. And I think I want to get the tea, having dated someone Chinese, I want to get the tea that you actually get the tea leaves. I even have everything here to like strain it and all that good stuff. Real tea, not the bag tea. But the bag tea is just easy. It's easy to take care of. It's easy to buy and to use. Because Lord knows, I have a wheel of tea that's the supposed ancient Chinese pu'er tea. It costed like $300, and it's like a wheel. It's like a wheel of tea, and I think I use half of it. Half of it. My ex gave it to me naturally. He got it from China, where he's from. And if I have used half of it, it's still in the living room, and it's been since I got it. It's probably been 20 years, 15, something like that. So like, I don't think it's really good anymore. It's supposed to be good for about 6, 7 years. So I don't think I can use it anymore. And I might. I don't know. I might just decide, okay, I want to try it out. But like, because it's work. You gotta, cut it off. You steep it. You gotta strain it. All this different stuff. So I didn't do it all the time. I didn't do it that often. And I was having my regular teas. And pu'er, you really don't put any. Well, you shouldn't put any sweetener or anything in it. It's supposed to be natural. Oh, natural. Naked. Just naked tea. I actually don't have that many dishes, y'all. Even though I did cook a lot. That's not a lot. 3 dishes. And 2 of them were leftovers. Not a lot. Nothing but the low down dirty blues. I have a song in here. I don't think we ever finished that song. At least we didn't mix and master it. This is pretty much the demo that I'm listening to. You know, sometimes I think I really haven't accomplished much, but then I have looked back and I have so many things, so many accomplishments, things that I actually saw through and finished. I have 4 musical projects, 2 EPs, 2 LPs. I have published short stories and an interview, published, and I have a bunch of stuff that's in the works. But like I do have stuff that I actually have completed. Not to mention 3, 4 thousand videos, maybe more than that, but 4 thousand that still exist. Let's say, because there's some that I've deleted over years, gotten rid of. I have a whole drive of videos from YouTube, all the way back from probably 2007, external hard drive. And now and then I'll pull from those. Now and then, every now and then. Yeah. Oh, about to knock over my tea. Probably get 3rd-degree burns. What's the worst burns? Is it 3rd-degree or is it 1st-degree? Or is it the same with burns? Is it the same? Woo. Down and out, ain't got no place to sleep. And I thought my only worry was finding food to eat. But I had an empty space where my heart was supposed to be. I don't know if I want to say that. Long and lifted me up and put me on my feet. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Lord. It's my testimony. Always in a place where I should not be. Wanting everyone to see my face. I wasn't even loving me. Now I found I got love in my heart. It's all because of you. And now that everything is finally in place, I know just what I want to do. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Lord. Hey. I ain't gonna remember this part, the bridge. Thank you for the birds and bees. Thank you for the life I lead. Thank you for the dreams I dream. Thank you for the little things. Thank you for Thank you for Thank you for the party life. But I thank you for the pain and strife. Thank you. I know I wasn't gonna remember. Hey, thank you. Just wanna thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Oh, I got 9 notifications. I want to thank you. Oh. Oh, oh, woo. I usually have that note. I don't really have it right now. Did I warm up today? I don't think I warmed up today. No, I didn't warm up today. And I think it's partially, I mean, whatever. I was doing social media this morning. I edited a video that I really enjoyed. Please go and check it out on my YouTube Shorts. If you're still around, make sure to thumb it up and go straight to my YouTube Shorts and check out my latest video. It's called Beach Odyssey, I think. I should call it Beach Oddity, but I called it Odyssey. I don't know what I'd be thinking. I don't feel like I'm that great at like naming stuff. I just entered one of the photos. I just entered one of the photos that I took into a photo contest, and the first prize is $10,000. And I'm like, why not? You get exposure. People will vote on it, so hopefully I can get my subscribers and make videos around people voting on it. I can send out the referral thing so other people can compete, and if somebody who you referred wins, you get $2,000. So you got two chances to win. And I'm sure gonna be sending to a few people. They don't start approving or disapproving people's stuff until August 1st. So there's time. And I like the video. I mean, I like the picture that I put up, but I don't know if it's the best picture that I have. And you can change the picture up until the 1st. So I'm going to be going through my photos, especially my old photos of pictures in old countries. You know, I got my DSLR, and I'm kind of like I'm a creative person, you know what I'm saying? So while I've been doing all these videos and stuff like that, I got me a nice DSLR camera. And as I was traveling, I was taking photos and videos with the camera. And I think I have an eye, And me and a friend, actually, he's an architect. We talk about it all the time. And he's like, yeah, because you have very good aesthetic for setting up a shot, and for seeing things that you want to show other people. So I don't think he's just blowing smoke up my pantyhose. You know what I'm saying? He usually doesn't do that. So I think he's really, really believes in it. So I'm like, I should be trying to make some money out of some of these photos. I got so many photos from so many countries, so many cities in the world. And we were traveling. Me and my ex were traveling at least 3 times a year. His birthday, my birthday, and Christmas. So like we went to see the 7 wonders of the world together. And there's only one that we had both been to already in Rome. So we didn't do that one, but we did like Machu Picchu. We did Christ the Redeemer. We did, what's in Cancun? Chichen Itza, pyramids in Egypt, so we went all these different places. But then we went a lot of other, South American countries, Chinese countries, Asian countries. This is why I need my tea, because my mucus is on 10. I think that's partially because of the heat, because of the cayenne pepper. I got a little tea. And this is just Lipton. This ain't nothing special. For some reason, I like to have Lipton and make it iced tea. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just as plain and simple, and it's, got a nice clean finish. A nice clean finish. Woo! Oh, mercy. That's good. All right, so I'm about to get out of here. How long have I been in here? Look, I can't even see. Hey, come on. Oh, come on. I've been in here 2 hours. No, 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's pretty good, Robert. Hopefully people will come and check it out and say hello. And like and comment, and then go check out my most recent shorts, YouTube shorts, which I'm planning on posting again in a few hours, because that's how we have to do it. And I guess I will see you when I see you. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching all the video. I'm out. How do you cut the thing off? That's the question.